and Scuffs. Heat wave shimmer, green flag drops, sideways stories, pit lane talk. From grandstand roar to the garage floor, if it's got a number, we're calling everyone. This is Stickers and Scuffs, where the wheels kick dust. Ontario thunder, gas in our blood, turn it loud, feel that rush, yeah. We're talking tough, bumps and bruises, grit and guts. Stickers and Scuffs. Start your stories. Fire 'em up. If every scar's a trophy. Every scrape's a love. From town to town where the engines erupt, you know the name. Stickers and Scuffs. This is Stickers and Scuffs, where the wheels kick dust. Ontario thunder, gas in our blood, turn it loud, feel that rush, yeah. We're talking tough, bumps and bruises, grit and guts. Stickers and Scuffs. Stickers and Scuffs. Engines howl, lights go up, grid is tight, heartbeats jump. From the short tracks to the big ovals, rubbing doors, chasing locals. Every hometown hero, every late race lunch, we're digging through the pain where the legends come from. This is Stickers and Scuffs, where the wheels kick dust. Ontario thunder, gas in our blood, turn it loud, feel that rush, yeah. We're talking tough, bumps and bruises, grit and guts. Stickers and Scuffs. Heat wave shimmer, green flag drops, sideways stories, pit lane talk. From grandstand roar to the garage floor, if it's got a number, we're calling everyone. This is Stickers and Scuffs, where the wheels kick dust. Ontario thunder, gas in our blood, turn it loud, feel that rush, yeah. We're talking tough, bumps and bruises, grit and guts. Stickers and Scuffs. Start your stories. Fire 'em up. If every scar's a trophy. Every scrape's a love. From town to town where the engines erupt, you know the name. Stickers and
Once again in 2026, the Stickers and Scuffs podcast has been presented in partnership with Glenn Styres Racing, G-Force TV, and Ohsweken Speedway. We want to thank Clinton Jeffrey for his support of this show and thank all of those at Ohsweken Speedway, GSR, and G-Force TV for all they do for the racing world. Of course, G-Force TV, check it out weekly for your racing action at Ohsweken Speedway on Friday nights and Thursday nights. Don't forget about the Little O. You have Race Rivals Race Chat with Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey on Track Weekly with yours truly, Cam K. And then, of course, you've got Glenn Styres Racing that does so much for the dirt racing world, providing parts, chassis, and not only that, providing great talent, a place to race. Ohsweken Speedway is your home every Friday night for some amazing dirt track action, go out and check it live. There's no better track in Ontario to go see live. Friday nights, Ohsweken Speedway is your home for dirt track racing in 2026. Make sure you go out and support those that support us at G-Force TV, Ohsweken Speedway, and Styres Racing.
It's time to head to Peterborough Speedway, the world's fastest third mile. Enjoy some wicked short track action featuring a variety of classes, including junior late models, bone stocks, mini stocks, renegade trucks, super stocks, and the pro late models. Don't miss their special nights with free entry, double tuning night, driver autographs, and the prestigious Autumn Colors Classic, the biggest event in racing. Whether you're a diehard fan or a new enthusiast, Peterborough Speedway has something for everyone. Visit peterboroughspeedway.com for more information and get ready for an adrenaline-fueled experience.
Today's show is powered by Lakeside Mobile Tire Incorporated, Ontario's top mobile tire dealer and repair shop. If you're in Kawartha Lakes, Peterborough, or Durham, these are the pros who come to you. Whether it's a flat on the road, a shredded tire in the field, or a blown out in the commercial or industrial rig, they're there to help you out. Best part, they're available 24/7. Lakeside Mobile Tire. When the tire quits, they don't. Call our friends Scott and Ashley McMartin today at 705-214-9657.
Stickers and Scuffs podcast. Turn it up, turn it up. Stickers and Scuffs podcast. Small tracks, big hungry, stay low. Stickers and Scuffs podcast. Turn it up, turn it up. Stickers and Scuffs podcast. Ontario racing, we can't get enough. From the shop floor to the grandstand line, every scar on the door is a badge we shine. One more lap, one more frame. Grassroots glory every Friday night.
When do we want to do the contest? That like pitch
Hey,
it? Yeah. Hey.
We're gonna have to figure that out. How's everybody doing? You know what sucks is this I have all this technology and it resets, and then sometimes what it'll do is it'll change my microphone, but then some weeks it doesn't. So just when you think it's safe to not have to change the microphone, it just doesn't work.
And just when you think it's safe for a pre-production meeting, we're already on the show. So like we're doing like production things like T
We never said we were
minus
professional.
T plus 30 seconds into the show. So
Yeah.
like whatever. We're just gonna let her fly. Let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna let her fly. Speaking of flying, we're heading out to Peterborough Speedway on Saturday for the opener. Cameraman Al, myself, Ben Stott will be there.
Nice.
Before he gets ready to go up and join you, actually up at Sauble at the end of the month. So right now, this is my last race right now scheduled for the month, because I Cameraman Al is taking Moneymaker Sue on a little vacation, and they're off for a month. So
Yeah.
we're gonna make it a big show, and it's fan appreciation and free admission. The card is packed, and there's a lot of cars potentially coming. So we're going actually early, which isn't like us, but we're going early to get a spot, frankly, to park, because Feeney showed us last year.
Like,
There's not a place to park last year, so it was. I didn't believe him, but
then he showed me video, like, far on me not to trust what Feeney says, but he then literally sent me a video of him pulling in, and there was spots full on all sides and the entire lot. And I'm like, I didn't even remember seeing this at Autumn Colors, it being that packed. But people like free, and people like racing, and
it was
Peterborough,
truly electric. My one and only start at Peterborough, and my first start ever at the Outlaw Midgets, and my first race ever was a fan appreciation night. And oh my God, like it would have been cool to have been a fan, but like for me to have been a driver that just like I didn't know anybody, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but like I'm standing out there trying to walk the walk with everybody, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like the freaking coolest. And the place was freaking packed with people. It was so neat. Like
I'd argue
Peterborough does it right. Like the fan appreciation thing, like well done to JP.
And I'd argue, Graydon, that they're even more packed now than they were back then.
She's got a full cooler full of sandwiches, and
yeah, I know. I get to be on that list now. So I did experience the very first McMartin sandwich last week, and when I tell you I had a foodgasm because it was so unbelievably good.
Stop!
It was. I legitimately was floored with how good it was, and I'm like,
Jesus.
we've been wasting all of our time trying to get stuff on either the way before or on the way home.
Yeah.
Truck food is where it's at, but sometimes the best food is made by. And I said to her, I was like, you can kind of see it a lot of the times at the people like, what was the team that I was looking at when we were at practice day? Man, I'm not gonna remember the team. But you see it on the regulars, like people, either wives or family members, grandmas. The food spread in the trailers and in the pit area. And I said to Ashley, I was like, this was made with love. I was like, it wasn't expressly fried and shoveled into a bag, and you know what I mean. Like it was. You could
You're
tell.
right. Yeah. It's cool to have like the signature dishes and beverages and stuff at the speedways, but you're right. Like they do it. Like we got to stack ourselves up to the down south big leaguers once in a while. But like when they do the behind the scenes things on the like the race day shows and stuff, and show all the grills and the smokers and the home cooked meals happening, that's very much alive and well here, or maybe even more so.
Ashley is right. That was Emily Menacchio. I hope I said it right. Menacchio, maybe. At Flamborough. That's totally who it was. It was beside Colton's trailer. Thank you. Yes. Had crock pot and everything.
You can be treated to like
a slow
the
cooker,
world's
I think it
best
was.
Potluck dinner, basically at a speedway. And
well, you mentioned when you went to AACC, Donna's. You had like a full turkey dinner.
I was just going to bring that up. Like, having been a part of that, albeit a couple of years ago now, but it's like literally like the one of the world's biggest potluck dinners, and like everybody's cranking out turkeys and stuffing and all the fixins and stuff. It's like, oh my God, it's like a food fair with a little bit of race car mixed in, and that's still the case. Like when you're coming out of winter too, and everybody's not just rolling out race cars, everybody's rolling out the barbecues and smokers a little more, like we do it all year round. But I mean, it's a little nicer to do it in the warmer weather and stuff. So like everybody's got a hankering for going fast and grilling meat and all that fun stuff. So like, what's not to love about friggin' racing season?
I mean, honestly, it is such a family atmosphere, a community. It's if you're lucky enough to make it onto the sandwich list, I've seen it before though. Like, you go down south and they're doing like full, like like you said, potluck with like baby back ribs or pulled pork, or they got like these full stations and stuff. I mean, I don't know if the racetracks here are kind of losing out on a tailgating experience, because you don't really see that in any of the racetracks here.
It's a little more of a camping experience on like a cup weekend, right? Like when you go down south, like people are showing up there days in advance, and we only really get that here. Like for instance, Mosport this weekend is like
it's a perfect example.
It is, and people just have to pick and choose. I think it's very much the same idea. It's just that we flock there to like the Michigans and the Poconos and the Watkins Glens and stuff like that. And it's just, unfortunately, it's not as much of a destination for the Americans to come here and take in a weekend. But like for us, that's a way of life. That's how I met the people that I drive for or drive with now, is just like their whole summer is based on camping and racing. And that's my kind of people.
Well, it's like Kyle Abbott is SNS racer. Abbott Motorsports smoked 2 briskets at ACC. There we go. That's what we're talking about.
That's how you do it.
We know where we need to go then
You're damn
when we're
right.
at ACC. But, joining us on the show tonight, somebody that went through a pretty harrowing experience last week. He is here on the show. This has been a while, actually, since we had him. Since we were, I think, in like our second year was when we had him on the show. And J.R. Fitzpatrick, and well, making her weekly appearance is Nell's butt.
Yeah.
And I was on a perfect roll. I had a great intro, and you just had to come and show your anus to everybody. Thank you, Nala. He's hobbled. He's a little bit injured, but he's alive. And we couldn't ask for that for anything more. And we're glad to have J.R. Fitzpatrick on SNS tonight. And there he is. He's repping his JR Motorsports shirt and everything. And we were just reminiscing about his epic 2008 pass. That was essentially a pass in the grass that he had at CTMP in the pouring rain on Don Thompson Jr. And man, what I would give to see him get to do that again. JR, how are you feeling?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Well,
we're doing all right, man.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Yeah, we'll dig right in. I think everybody on both sides of the border, just about, if you follow short track racing, kind of knows the story from the outside of the car. If you could, and you don't have to be detailed, whatever you feel comfortable, just kind of bring us along with you as far as you can kind of recollect.
Well, I mean, it kind of started out a little bit frustrating throughout the day because the car was a brand new Hanley car, beautiful race car, and it had one of those Toyota TRD motors in it and ton of horsepower. And we went out and practiced, and it was like I could put it to the floor, like right to the floor. And an Outlaw Super Late model with that much power, you just don't do that. So I'm like, man, this thing's hauling the mail. It feels really good. And the car doesn't have a tach, so it was getting no RPM. So we were fighting this RPM issue all day, trying to figure out what was wrong with it. The team was working on stuff, air box off, carb, distributor, like you name it. Then we went out and qualified. It still didn't work. So we qualified 17th, which is kind of crappy, but at least the team could hear it, like just the car itself. So we all just kind of agreed, like maybe we should check the rear end. Maybe, by mistake, the wrong gear was put in, and that's what happened. It had the absolute wrong ring and pinion in it that Bob thought was in the car, so we were probably like 125 points short on gear. So we changed gear. I was pretty optimistic about the race because the car was handling beautifully, and I knew we could get up in the top 5. And sure enough, as soon as we took the green, did one lap, felt the RPM, and I'm like, oh, this thing's badass. And then go down the back, and then, that baby just hung wide open. And I knew it was going to hit the chip because it was 9,000 RPM right on the chip, right before it clobbered the wall.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And at that point, like, you've driven a lot of different things, and you've had your share of successes, and you've had your share of crashes and stuff too. But something like that, like you said, like that thing, it's making a lot of horsepower, and you don't have, you kind of react after everything stops. I mean, once that thing hung, like, you don't even have time to react. Am I right? You're covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Oh yeah, because that's the only thing, right? When you get one out of the 1,000 people that messaged or commented or whatever, always say like, "Well, don't you have a pullback pedal?" It's like, well, yeah, but at Owasso, you're literally not lifting until you're like right into the corner, basically. And by
Right.
the time you have it going to your brain that it's like wide open, you're already into the fence. So I had just enough time to say "holy shit" and then just hammered it. So there's really no time, right? Like,
Yeah.
in the NASCAR Canada days and all my stuff that I run personally, I have a kill button on the steering wheel, and even that, it's hard to get to that because it's just you're going so fast, right? Like I know down south when the boys in the Cup and Xfinity and trucks have the steering wheel buttons too, but at least they're doing mile and a half, 2 miles. So if it sticks, they have a little more room. Where, yeah, around here, quarter miles, half miles, it's tough to have any time to react.
And that's, I know Cam wants to get in here too, but we've been talking about safety and preparedness and stuff like that. And that's something I wanted to bring up because the size of the track and given the discipline that it is and the horsepower that it is, it's just the reaction time. There is no reaction time. And I just wanted, like, as I've said to you off air, is you're one of the best in the business, and if you don't have the reaction time to pull back in time, like you said, I was going to ask you word for word if you even had time to say "holy shit," because like by the time you know that you're committed, like you're hung wide open, you're already in it.
Yeah, that's just the end result. There's just no time. Like,
Yeah,
you can try and do it in the shop when you're sitting there playing, messing around, but you're talking you have tenths of a second to do it. And like I said, those tenths of a second, you're too busy saying "holy shit," and then the worst happens. So, but to be honest, to walk out with just a few things wrong that I had happen, I'm pretty lucky. And knock on wood, I've never had this happen in one of my own cars. This has happened twice to me now, driving other people's stuff, and it's unfortunate, right? Because both cars are very well maintained. It's just freak accidents. That's what
yep.
both of these were. And yeah, I'm just happy to walk in and tell the tale.
I'm curious, JR. There was a question posed to. It was on, I think, a comment of one of your posts, and somebody had been asking about that. It seemed like there has been an increase in hung throttles. Do you feel that that's happening, and is there a way to curb that?
No, because thankfully around Ontario we haven't heard of it much, right? Like if it has, I haven't heard, but this is what is it? It's been pretty well 2.5 years, and I've had two happen. But like I said, they've both been kind of freak accidents because people always say always check your air cleaner, or always check your throttle linkages, etc. But both these cars, it's impossible for the air cleaner to go on wrong. Like the way the car is built, it's impossible. So we can rule that out. Throttle linkage clearance wise, I know on the 55, again, impossible for it to rub. It was just weird issues. The 16 this past weekend, he still hasn't found a reason why. Could it be maybe firewall flex? Who knows, right? Because we're building these cars so light now, the super lights with aluminum firewalls and all that. And you just don't know, right? So, yeah, all you can do is just like for me, build my own stuff. I have the kills button on the steering wheel. I always run spacers on my breathers so they're away from throttle. I always check throttle. I always run springs. You just try and cover your bases. And knock on wood, I'm happy to say I haven't had it happen. And I sure as heck hope it doesn't happen anyway because it's awful. You're really helpless when it happens.
I would imagine you're really glad that your girls were not there at the track for this one.
Yeah, I was, but at the same time, they were watching on TV, and so I don't know what would be worse, right? So,
Yeah.
Alora was pretty nervous, but hey, the only good thing is her father and my brother-in-law, so her brother were there and texting her and whatnot. But yeah, if she was there, she would have had a heart attack and then probably killed me after.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Colton says, glad my big pylon buddy Fitzy is okay. Steve Trendell says, hoping we can get JR in our second mod at some point this year. He's just had the accident, and people are already going, yes, we're getting him in our car. I mean, I know OSS really wants you in one of their cars as well for this year, but we did talk about safety last week, and Graydon actually has been keeping up with our guest Ginny Rusnell from last week, and Graydon, you had said that there's something. Mike Herniak goes, who wants to see JR in an OSS car. Everybody, I can say that. Everybody. I've been pushing for this for like 6 years. And it's 20 years since you won the last CASCAR championship. It would be fitting for you to be back in a car that's very similar, or an old CASCAR race car. So McPherson Motorsports says Colton says maybe you can ride the super stock if you eat a couple flam burgers. McPherson Motorsports, now I'm going to go double check our setup. Glad you're not seriously banged up. Graydon, what did Ginny Rusnell have for JR?
Yeah, so Ginny at RPM First Aid Services extended this message to you, JR, that for your family, your team, anybody who chooses to do so, Ginny will provide you guys either a standard first aid safety course, a CPR course, a hybrid of both of those, or an emergency first aid safety course at no cost. So if you guys are interested in topping up your first aid skills, or responding to something not ideal, that Ginny will hook you guys up.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. I have to see maybe if Laura's injured. I'm actually, through work, I'm all up to date on my first aid.
You better be in rigging.
Yeah, we had an incident on one of our, not our site, but on a site we were on, and I had to unfortunately have to use it there a couple of weeks ago, which is pretty scary. But the thing is, like, also the safety crew at Owasso, they were awesome, man. Like, I'm a tall guy, right? I'm 6'3.5", almost 6'4", and Outlaw car is really short, like short and narrow. So I was kind of hyperventilating a little bit when I was upside down, because I don't like being like held or in a tight confined space. So when I was flipped over, I'm like, that car is hard to get in and out of when it's on four wheels. Never mind when it's upside down. So they were really helpful trying to get me out of there. And yeah, man, I don't think safety crews or anybody that helps drivers out in situations like that get enough credit.
Definitely
That's a great endorsement, because that's something we said too, is that everybody's there to watch the racing, but when it all goes bad, who does everybody's eyes turn to but those safety and recovery people that are kind of getting you guys out of a tough spot. So it's good to hear the endorsement from the people that unfortunately have to use their services. But JR, again, I wasn't sure how to tiptoe around it and ask you, but I'm glad that you were able to make the time, and thanks so much for sharing the not so great experience with everybody. But as I said, your words carry weight in this sport, and when you speak, people listen. So thanks for your time tonight.
Yeah, anytime, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, everyone's been great. I got a lot of cool messages from people, and this puts a little damper in my summer a little bit, because I was going to be doing some cool race here. I was going to do more Outlaw stuff, and I was going to do the hot rod race there on May 23rd at Flamborough, and won't be doing that now. And yeah, I've been talking to Mike Herniak about some stuff as well, and I just got to get through these 6 to 8 weeks here, because we're a little beat up, not bad, but just going to take some time. And of course, I got my road course I want to get out, and yeah, so we just see what happens here. We got a few weeks recovery.
Before you go, JR loves to. I mean, he's so good at telling it how it is. I have to ask, the United Racing Series, that first wreck, I've got to know your opinion on it, because people were crucifying, and I feel so bad for the track and the division. Maltese blows his motor, and then everybody runs into it, and wrecks into 3 and 4 from the lead 3 laps into the season. In your previous experiences in racing, obviously you've seen the same type of thing happen. It's happened a couple times at Flamborough that I've watched. Is there anything that could have been done differently there?
No.
Yeah.
Like,
thank you.
How can anybody say that he blew up? Like, unless he goes into 3 and there's trails of smoke everywhere. Now, I only seen the clips of the highlights, so I don't know if he went into 3 and there's smoke everywhere and he spun, but the clip I seen, it looked like he just spun. So it's enough where he spun where it looked like, okay, maybe just some tire smoke or whatever, and then he rolled away, which ideally looked like he was on his own power. So really there's nothing anybody could have done, and everybody always has these great ideas after the fact, like have someone in the 3, have someone in the 4. But people are forgetting, like, a lot of these people are volunteering, and not everybody wants to volunteer all their time to stand in a corner and just wait to holler and scream, oh, somebody's spinning. Because then the next thing will be, oh, somebody spun and they're out of the way, and they change the outcome of the race. So I can only imagine there's always going to be somebody who's going to find a negative thing out of something. So there's nothing they could have did there. It's a crappy deal for everybody. Yeah. It's racing, man. It's racing. If everybody came out of there all high and happy, it wouldn't be racing.
That needs to be on a t-shirt,
right?
We don't do this. We don't do this to be happy.
Well, let's be honest. Everybody loves this sport, and we all get along. We're like a big happy family, but we're all losing more than we're winning.
Very true.
That's just the fact of it. So, and in this day and age, I just think that people just need to kind of go with the flow and just understand. Not everybody wants to give up their weekend to go to races anymore. So yeah, there's nothing they could have did there. And for anybody that were or was blaming Maltese for anything, like, give it up. Get a life. We need everybody in this sport, and there's nothing they could have did. When I was watching, it looked like he rolled away on his own power. So it's over. It's finished. It's going to cost some people some money, but hey, that's racing.
Yeah, welcome to racing.
That's JR Fitzpatrick here on S&S. Thank you so much, JR. Well, hopefully we'll see you at the racetrack. I want to see you in that OSS race, and we got people that want to see you in the hot rods and modifieds and basically everything. So for what was maybe a quiet summer, now all of a sudden you're going to have a lot more racing to do. So we can't wait to see you back out there, bud.
Yeah, I'll try my best. I'll see what I can do.
All right, JR
Thanks
Fitzpatrick.
a lot, JR.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
you, man.
All right, guys.
See ya.
We move quickly from pavement to the dirt. Oshwegan Speedway starts their opening of this week for their season start, and we got Tate O'Leary is joining us once again. It's been a hot minute since we've had Tate on the show, and he's back, and this time he is going to the Big O to race 360s with another actually S&S racer and probably one of his idols, maybe I'm gonna forget right now who I'm talking about. Ryan Fraser, and you are muted right now, Tate. So I need you to unmute, and we'll get him. We'll hear what's going on with Tate at the Big O this year. Well, what is the plans?
What's going on, driver?
Oh, not too much. How you guys been?
Good.
Yeah.
Glad you made it home in time.
Yeah, actually we're on our way up to Oshwegan right now, so I pulled into the truck stop in Woodstock here, so
nice.
I'm just sitting in the truck doing it here, so
live on location.
yeah, we're I just pulled off the highway and I was just hoping that we lined up somewhere at the timing so I could stop.
Sweet.
What's the plans this year, bud? I know you were making the big step, and you're going to do a lot of racing this year. Southern Ontario Sprints as well.
Yep. Yeah. So we're planning on running all the SOS Ontario Sprint tour as well. As you said, we're going to Oshwegan for tomorrow night. We're going to run this Oshwegan as much as possible. Then we also have the OTS, the traditional wingless sprints at Buxton. We're doing that as well with my brother. He's stepping into the sprint cars this year as well. He sold his cars, so now he's going to run in my old car that I got from DJ Christie there probably about 6 years ago.
Nice.
So, we got a lot on the plan. We're going to run some U.S. races as well this year. with our first really competitive year. We just got a new motor this winter, and I got a GSR chassis this year. So after I wrecked the other one at the end of last year, so yeah, we just can't. That car just helped out so good, just the safety wise, the newer technology that it has inside of it. So yeah, we're just excited for this year to come. And as you're saying about Ryan Turner, there, he's we're gonna be racing against him tomorrow, and he's learned. I learned a lot from him. I've been to the States a couple times with him, just helping him out, and
You were with
he's
him.
actually helped.
You were with him earlier this off season, were you? Because when he was down in
The
Florida.
Cherokee.
Yeah.
Cherokee, yeah. We went down there when he got the big win down there, so that was nice. And then he's actually helping me out with some shocks and stuff. So it's just really nice that people in the sport will help out new people.
We need it.
That's pretty awesome. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you get to see, speedways near and far, and that's got to help. Like, you're seeing stuff, like, Americans do stuff a little different than we do here, and does any of it, like, can you bring some of that home and put in your toolbox to use for racing up here?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm not, like, I don't have a lot
You
of
don't have to
experience.
give anything away.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I don't have a lot of experience in the sprint car stuff, so, like,
right.
when I first started into it, I went down with Ryan and learned a lot. So it's just the little things like that. These other people have tricks to do, so then you can kind of put into your own race team kind of situation to help you out.
Yep.
And from the beginning of last year to the end of last year, we were making really big steps. We went from like running middle of the pack to up in the top with the wingless races. So I was finally getting the help from Jeff Sheppen's building the motors and out at the house a lot, helping my dad Jay, Ryan Turner, like you said, my brother, even down to like the Hills Racing, Dylan and Mike and everybody. They're all just really nice to help, and even if you have to call them for a quick question, they're always there to help you whenever you need.
It seems like this, and we're, of course, you got to forgive us still. We're still starting to get to learn the dirt world, but I am telling you, every year it feels as if Ohsweken is still getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
and now
for
you're
sure.
going to be a part of it on a weekly basis. You're going to be battling again. This is the 360s we're talking about. This is not entry level. This is the top division out of Ohsweken Speedway. Did you ever imagine that you would be getting to this point this quickly?
No, even as a kid, I never even thought I would be in that situation. Like, I always thought I'd be either in Delaware in a super stock or late model like we have in the past, or in a late model on dirt or modified. Or I've ran basically every car, and I've found the sprint cars just fun, and it keeps you on the edge, and it's fun. Yeah.
Everything happens faster in those things.
Yeah, everything. You don't have seconds. You have like blinks of eye. It's incredible how fast these.
Maybe not even that.
Yeah, and I'm not even up in the top where these other guys are going with, even with say 410s and stuff. Like, I'm still slower compared to everybody else. So, but it's only our second year with the 360 going on this year. So, I'm excited for what this year has to bring. We have some big races in the States. We're hoping to go back with the GLS race to Eldora, and we're going to try and do some Illinois races again this year.
Nice.
So we like to do different tracks, not just stick to the same ones all year. But like you said, the Ohsweken's going to be fun to get there as much as possible this year with work and everything else going on. But we're going to hopefully do all the SOS races and all the OTS races, and then fill in our schedule as we can throughout the summer.
Man, that's so cool. We've talked about this to other racers, like asphalt racers, dirt racers, whatever, that go and race down south. That is just by virtue of like their season being longer, and it's a little more mainstream, I guess, than it is here. I guess you'd say it's just like it's got to be cool to like immerse yourself in those things where you go to like places like Eldora and like running in Illinois, like the hotbed of like dirt racing. Like,
Yeah,
man,
even the Dome, even when we went there 2 years ago too. Like, I know it's not like the World 100 or anything like that, but it's like people go there with stuff that they don't care if they bring home. But like, just going to places like that, and you're parked beside like the O'Neills and the Shepherds and everybody, just talking to them, walking through the pits with them is it's pretty crazy just to be able to
do you have like those holy shit moments once in a while?
Yeah, just like when you go somewhere and you're like, I watch this guy on TV or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up watching this guy, and now we're gonna be running with him. Like when we did the outlaw race at Oshwegan there last year, we were having some motor issues the whole weekend, and so but we were still there, and we end up racing the sprint, late model, and the modified there last year. We pulled the motor out of the late model, put it in the modified for the next night. So it was a lot of work, but just to be able to say that you did it was definitely an accomplishment that I was looking forward to do for that year.
I want to know before you go, Tate, you have a choice, and you can pick any current sprint car racer to come run at Oshwegan Speedway to battle you and everyone else. Glenn is going to put somebody in a car. Who is it that you want to see? Preferably somebody that's not come before.
Yeah. There's just so many cool people that you could say to come, like Brad Sweet or
that was the name I was going to say.
Like, that was kind of what I was thinking, like, or like Casey Kane. Like, we talked to him down in Knoxville, and just a really nice guy. So I think it had to be one of those two. Probably Brad Sweet. Like, he's still the man to beat. And
yeah, I'm always a Rico guy. He's just endless entertainment. So I think people just, and he's been before, but it's just one of those things that the dirt world is massive, and once again at Oshwegan Speedway this year, of course, they have World of Outlaws are back once again this year.
Yep.
So
we're planning on running that show again. So we got, like I said, that we got the new motor. It's a legit 360 for this year.
Perfect.
Last year, and we were just running my old modified motor that we put an injection system on, and we were just having fun with it. But then we found this motor over the off season from one of the racers up here in Oshwegan, so we picked it up, and Jeff Shepard, he went through it all and made sure it was ready to go. So this is going to be our first night with it on Friday, so I'm excited for that.
Well, you got to make that A main, man. That's the big thing. I don't know how many cars are going to be there, but it feels like there's going to be a lot. So.
Yeah, when you go to Oshwegan, it's always there's always going to be B mains. Like, everybody, that's like the crown jewel of Ontario is going to Oshwegan.
Yeah.
Especially with, the quality of cars that go there. Like, there's not 3 good ones, there's 30 good ones.
Yeah.
And we fit somewhere in there somewhere. But, so it's just, I'm excited for the year. We have my brother with me. Just me and brother came up here for this race, and then meeting Larry Johnson and stuff up here in Oshwegan. And then, we got a lot of people that helped us out this year to get to where we are. So, like Glenn Styres with the GSR chassis, and Ryan Turner with the shocks, and Miss Phillips, he's helped us out a lot. And then I can't not thank the girlfriend. She's been supportive of me since I started this whole ordeal, like going races together or in the shop. I know I spend probably too much time out there, but it's when you get race cars, you can't just say I'll be out there for an hour. So yeah.
Well, we look forward to it, bud. We'll be watching tomorrow night on GeForce TV. Of course, live coverage starting at 7:30. GeForce TV. Tate O'Leary, S&S Racer, once again this year. Can't wait to see you out there, bud. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for pulling over for us, man.
Hey, no problem. Let me get back on the old highway here.
All
We got about 45 minutes left to go.
All right, buddy.
Hold a pretty wheel, driver.
Safe
Good
drive.
luck,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yeah, thank you.
All right, we go straight from dirt back onto asphalt as we welcome in Team 95's Michael Robinson I was gonna say Junior. It's because Junior always calls him Junior, and he trips me up. I was like, he's number 3, so we always have to call him Michael or Michael Robinson the third. All souped up with that beer. Man, you guys always have the best looking, crew shirts and everything, and. We were all pumped up to have you on and talk about how you're going to race on Saturday, and then you're not.
No, sadly not.
Do we even need to get into the conversation as to what happened during practice?
Yeah, so like we went out for the first run and everything was good. Like I was just watching the gauges and stuff like that, making sure the oil pressure and stuff was good and the air fuel gauge and everything. And then we came in, adjusted the fuel because it was running a little rich. So we leaned it out a little bit and then went out for the second run. I did about 3 laps and I was like, okay, this is not, it doesn't look right? So I was like, okay, I'm going to pull off. And then as I'm pulling off, going into my pit stall, the car just quits on me and I'm like, oh no, not again. So then I go to fire it back up and then it just goes click, click, click. And then it just seized right up on us.
Oh, damn.
So...
And this is motor number 4 now, I think, in a year span, something like that.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, because we had 2 go last year, and then
I think 1 the year before, right?
Yeah, 1 the year before, and then now 2 this year. So
yeah, and then after that, that's all, and then also being you had the wreck at the start of last year, and then the wreck in the middle of the season last year. So this car, it almost feels like it's a curse on you guys.
Almost, yeah.
It's throwing everything at it. But I spoke to your dad, and I was like, "You want to get rid of it?" He's like, "Nope, it's not going to defeat us."
No, we're gonna try and come back out stronger, like we always say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no give up in this team. We always come back, and no matter what throws out our way, we're not giving up and we're not quitting. So there's no.
We saw that you were going to go to Peterborough after what happened last year.
I had this kind of conversation with Cody Cook too, where Sorry, what's that, Kim?
Yeah, you're good.
I had the conversation with Cody Cook too. I don't know if it's the coincidence that it's like hatchbacks or whatever, but we were like, it was just treating him poorly for a while too, and they're cutting the evil out of their car. So hopefully you guys can get the evil out of your car and take it to the front where it should be, right?
Evil out of it. I love that.
I mean, I don't know. Everybody's like, you should just switch to the B series, go to the B series motors, and we're like, well, we already know that the D series motors like the back of our hands. So we're like, we might as well just stick with the D series and not switch up when we're starting to get to know the car and everything. But it's one way to get to know the car real good.
Well,
that's for sure.
I think what's nice is that you guys also aren't going to be alone this year. The mini stock division from Sunset coming over, our friends, people that have been part of the SNS family, Cameron McGlashan, Andrea Lusk, they're coming over. SKLD, we saw just the reveal yesterday, I think, Austin, Jeanette, and Matt McGrath moving up to mini stocks as well. So you guys at least have some similar names. Coleridge is going to be there as well.
Yeah,
Coleridge
will be there as well.
And I believe, I don't know 100%, but I believe Bob and Chandler might be there this weekend as well. So it's going to be, a field kind of Sunset, and you guys going up against the field at Peterborough. I happen to like this a lot more, Mike, because I find that we're going to truly see who is kind of the best of the best between those two tracks, because you're going up against each other, and their mini stock class last year was, I'm sorry, Peterborough, it was shit last year. They just could not get guys coming out on the regular, guys and gals coming out on the regular. They had 6 cars, I think, full time, and that's hard. This year, potentially, there's like 35.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's going back to the 2015 days.
Yeah,
my earlier release, and I'm just like, I'm stoked for this year. Like, it's pretty crappy the way that it's gotten started, but hopefully we can turn it around. Like,
are you close, or is it just like you got to do a full motor?
So we actually got a motor from Mike White, which we appreciate a lot. Like, Mike has been helping us out a ton and stuff. And then the block the mount, one of the engine mount block in the block was broken. So we got it up at Aurelia Metal Fabrication and getting it all welded up there. So big shout out to Bill there for doing that for us, and hopefully be out next weekend. So
so it's not like devastating.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be out in 2 weeks, shake her down, and then see what we can do.
Would you go back to Flamborough to shake it down, or would you just stick to Peterborough?
We're probably just gonna stick to
Yeah.
Peterborough. Honestly, like that's where our home track is this year, and that's where I wanna get good at, because I really have.
I told you already, Mike.
There.
I told you at practice day, Graydon and I were losing our friggin' minds because you had a drive when you were at Flamborough. Like the first race was what it was.
So yeah.
But the second race, Graydon, I remember we were like losing our friggin' mind because he was passing Mike Thompson at Flamborough. Like that doesn't happen.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
man, like-
'cause he knows that track too.
You look pretty comfortable, and the car looked pretty good. Like, how did that feel that day?
Honestly, like it felt like the car felt good. It was a little loose, but like honestly, just I was quicker than I was last year at Frostfest, and that gave me a lot of confidence. Like just after practice, I'm like, okay, like maybe I do have a shot to run on the top 5, like run with the top dogs there, because like that's all Mustangs and everything there, right?
Yeah.
Those are the fast guys, I say, like with the Mustangs and stuff like that. And we were having an oil problem that day too. So like on top of that, having a good finish, it was kind of a win in our books. And
Nice.
just to get back in the racing groove, it's just be out there again. It's awesome. That day was awesome.
We could see it was, and that's what was so fun about being in the infield, is that you can kind of see, real differences. And you seemed to really struggle on straight line speed, but holy shit, could you get through the corner and catch up with guys? We saw you hunt down Mike from, you were quite a ways behind, and then you would just get into the corner and just
eat
catch
them in the
right
corners.
up. It was so cool, because it's just, I imagine as a racer, like that's so much fun.
Oh yeah, especially catching the top dog at Flamborough, right? Like
Yeah.
there's nothing better than doing that, and passing him clean and everything. And like every time I've raced Mike and any guy out at Flamborough, it's always been clean racing, which is how you get the respect for the racers and stuff. And like when you go back there, they'll race you clean and how you race them, right? So it's just getting that reputation when I'm starting out as a new driver, like first full season, which not off to a great start, but hopefully it goes good this year for us, which is the plan.
Yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be first full season last season too, right? And it kind of went sideways. So let's do a first full season for again. Let's destroy that.
Yeah.
Start next week. It'll be the first
pretty
full
much.
season.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about driver preparedness as this theme for the last couple of weeks, this is kind of an angle that I thought of, that it's right up your guys' alley, is that it's a different level of preparedness where, you're getting dealt a tough hand, but at the same time, you went out to Flamborough Speedway and just all the stuff we just talked about. You're doing a bit of flexing and everything, and that's good for your driver brain. That it gives you the confidence and a shot in the arm, saying like, yeah, it's early in the season. I'm running with some big dogs here. Yeah, maybe the engine laid down on us, but once that's all put back in play, then you're off and going again, and you're kind of where you're going to be for the season, and ready to dish out the hell on them.
Oh yeah. Well, I know I got the crew behind me to get that Civic dialed in. So once we get it dialed in and we can keep a motor in it, keep her ticking, get the heart still ticking. So once we get that under control, then we can start working on the setup and try running up front. I know that car can win at Peterborough. I've seen it with Charlie in it. So that just motivates me even more.
And you were in the top 2 when you had your wreck last year, so it wasn't like it's not like you don't have the speed there. That car is good there. Oh, yeah. Pit notes have come out for Saturday. Pits open at 12. Tech starts 12:15. Registration at 1 o'clock is when it opens up. Fan grandstands opens at 3. Racing starts at 5 o'clock. It is fan appreciation. It says qualifying which is interesting. I assume that means heats unless they've changed something. And then it says features. Interesting, it says qualifying.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know
they
about
can always
that.
do what Flamborough does and just go off the practice times, make the night go along quicker,
That would be great.
right? But that doesn't give a nice show to the fans, right?
No.
The fans want to see more side-by-side racing.
I have a feeling what they mean is the heats, then fan
Yeah, I would think so.
appreciation,
It's just like the
then the
procedures of
features.
qualifying.
So hell, we might be there until 9 o'clock by the time that fan appreciation starts with the amount of cars and carnage we could have. But Mike, Ginny says, don't forget to fuel yourself and the team. Absolutely, that's right. And you know what? We really want to see you back out there. So hopefully this thing works out for you, and you'll be out there in no time and competing with the like 800 other mini stocks that are going to be there this year. And who do you want to thank? Because you've got lots of partners on that car, and you're getting good at it. It's just you got a lot of them.
Yeah, so first off, I want to thank my dad, Charlie, the whole crew that helps out on this 95 team, and then also all the partners that my dad gets from me. Like, he does an incredible job, like, doing everything, getting all the sponsors and stuff, like Gen 1, House to Home, RGL Mobile Wash, Velocity Race Cars, Anchor Ride, Scott's Auto, I'm going to cheat, AEL,
He's got a cheat sheet.
Electric, Plastic, SCI, Tire Depot, Awesome Racewear, Stickers and Scuffs, Jomo Media, Universal Blastall, and everybody else who helps get me to the track each and every week.
I wonder if those hats that you got are for sale. Those are pretty nice.
Yeah.
I'm just
Honestly,
thinking about
I
that right now. Great. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty nice hat, actually.
Honestly, I was like, I just bought a black hat, went to like a t-shirt time store, and I was like, can't put 95 racing on, and honestly, for $25, can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, actually.
Now you got a thought going to my head. I might have to get some more hats made up.
There you go, buddy. Michael Robinson III here on SNS. Thank you so much, buddy.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, guys.
Anytime,
Cheers,
buddy.
man. Thank you.
Michael, of course, also starting up a business. So he's got painting business that he's got going on, and someone who painted through the crowd. It was gonna be like waxed or something like that. But he waxed the field at Delaware Speedway to finally take home a Delaware Speedway win. And you could tell he was a little bit happy that he got to do it finally. Josh Stade, the 2025 APC champion, is here on SNS live from the Stade Motorsports shop, getting ready for, I don't know what is it Sauble first, or is it Flamborough? I think is first.
Yeah, Flamborough's first. Also, love the number on the hat.
It might not be yours, but yes, I did pick this Austin Hopkins hat just for today. There is actually merch though that people can get. So we'll start off with that because you've been putting out some really cool merch for the fans, and let's talk about what you've got available.
Yeah, so my wife's got Victory Buff going, which is basically like her little side gig for all my racing promo stuff. We actually just got some fresh hats that arrived today from Epic Racewear with Dan and Bob Bailey, and they look sick as hell. Honestly, they're badass hats. But yeah, she's been crushing it.
So
Yeah, no, she's and you know what, for anyone that isn't doesn't come from a lot of money and wants to support a racer, honestly, the best thing that you can do is buy our shirt, buy our hats. I don't know what everyone else does personally. I know what we do, and if we can cover the cost of our stuff and add a couple of dollars for shipping, we're not trying to rape anyone. We want to see, as a racer, you want to see your stuff out there. Stuff's expensive, man. In life, everything's going up, and we've got apparel, and we love to see people wearing it, but we're not in the business to gouge anyone by any means, but definitely want to see our stuff out there.
That's something that Cam and I talked about. Like, we were very, very calculated, and we always are. Like, we're not the big time drivers or anything like that, but like it's something that every business has to take into account, is that you don't want to shell out too much yourself for one thing, but then also pass that on to the price point for the fans. Like, you want to get people in your gear for a fair price, and then like you said, it's just like having a singer, like having the crowd sing back to you. Like, when you see your merch out there, that's got to be a pretty cool feeling when you're belting into the race car.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool, especially like the amount of traveling that I've been doing. So like when you get down to Florida and Nashville and you see the odd shirt or sweater or hat or whatever, you're like, that's pretty badass that we're like 14 or 20 hours away and we see our stuff. But yeah, like apparel and clothing and anything is just so expensive, and you got to do a minimum order and you got to
Yeah.
pay for the artwork. And a lot of people, you know, they want you just to hand them a hat. Well, I just can't afford to just give you a $40 hat. But if you were going to go to American Eagle and buy a sweater, you have no problem spending $65 for.
Yeah.
So spend $65 and cover like the cost of our sweater and support us, you know? So, but no, it's not a moneymaker by any means, but we just want to, as racers, want to see our stuff out there.
That sounds a little familiar, doesn't it, Graydon? That sounds exactly why we did March.
That's
J.R.
right.
Fitzpatrick.
No, it's
J.R. Fitzpatrick with
part
a
of-
great comment here about how you're looking low on hair gel.
yeah, yeah.
I think
Joe's
it
sense of
stands up
humor is-
naturally,
yeah.
JR. I don't
JR's
think
sense
he
of
needs
humor is
hair
not
gel.
hurt. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fine. Anytime McLovin can give me a comment about what my hair should look like, I will take it with a grain of salt. No, JR is a good buddy of
Nice.
mine. We text each other quite a bit. Yeah, what a dick, eh? You caught me in my work stuff, man. Like I'm still in my asphalt stuff and my Crocs, just getting back from where I haven't even been inside to eat yet.
Yeah. Oh man.
He's sitting at home. He's got nothing to do, so he's got to make fun of you.
That's right.
But how about that, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that win?
Man, incredible. Honestly, I think it was like more a testament to the team. Like we did our shit, you know, and the crew is just jiving. Like we got a good group of people that follow us, probably a lot more than a lot of other people, but we make it fun, you know. We do the wing nights, we do the steak nights. We're almost like our own little Stade Motorsports community, and it's got to be fun for the people that are helping us. And you know, there was 3 or 4 of us here until about 15 minutes before the show started, and probably would have been here longer if I wasn't going to be on here. And it's just, it's an atmosphere around this car. We just got a lot of great partners, a lot of great sponsors, a lot of great families that get involved. They're, you know, from the guys helping to the girls helping, like the wives are very much involved as well when it comes to helping with the apparel, getting it to the booth, cooking, doing whatever. Like we're having a blast, and it's yeah, you know, that field Saturday, that's exactly who we want to beat, and we beat the best.
I think that if I'm not wrong, Josh, like all those things you're mentioning, to a much lesser extent with like the guys that I drive with at CGC Racing and Alex Stewart and stuff, we have kind of that type of thing where everybody sort of has a role, and it just sort of streamlines the day, but makes everything, just like you say, it jives well and makes the day more fluid and less painless, and that makes you be able to focus a little bit more on the task at hand, and that's getting the car up front and doing what you're supposed to do as a driver. So and same can be said for everybody on the team. Everybody just settles into their role, does their thing, and it just makes everything go real smooth.
Honestly, yeah, Graydon, you said it right. I mean, I think for us, I think if there was one thing that I wanted to work on as myself is like probably putting myself out there and giving the fans more of an opportunity to understand who I am. A lot of people think that I'm this race car driver, but I mean, I'm watching you on Facebook, setting a retaining wall with your excavator, doing your construction stuff, and I'm a blue collar guy that's just crushing it at work every day. You know, we're paving asphalt, we're digging retaining walls, basements, we're working 15, 16-hour days. And at the end of the day, after dealing with the kids and the wife, I'm out in the shop where I am obviously right now, and doing this as a hobby, and to do it on the level that we're doing it and be competitive and win some races and be at the front. I mean, nothing against the guys that are doing it full time or have a lot more time to do it. That's great for them. But for us to, you know, go about our everyday life, working our jobs, and then come out on Saturday and be competitive is just, I think, a testament to what our team's capable of doing. So I love it.
That's a commitment and a half, man.
Yeah.
Have you seen a race start so chaotically as it did on Saturday?
Yeah, that was wild. Honestly, I feel super bad for the guys that are involved. You hate to see that. Sorry, getting a phone call here. Let me get back here.
JR, he's in an interview.
Yeah, take it easy,
Lost
McLovin.
passion.
I'm busy. Yeah, that sucks, and I think mainly because I know how much time and effort goes into this thing, not just in the off season, but the week to week. I mean, obviously, my car right now, like to give you an example, is on the scale pads. We're ready to get all the information off of it, and then throw something at it for Flambro. It's a huge commitment, and to see a misfortune like that collect so many cars, and nothing the Malteses did wrong. There was no, I seen a little bit of animosity with some people making comments. I mean, we've all been there. We've all had mechanical failures. It's just something that happens, and you can't control it. So
Yeah.
to see so many cars get wrapped up in that, it was scary for us too. Honestly,
You were kind of in it.
yeah, I've hit at that exact spot. I broke a right front control arm one time at Delaware in that exact entry where you're carrying all that speed. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when I hit the oil, I was like, "Oh, we're writing this thing off." Like we were in a four-way slide. We got about 15 feet from the wall, and I'm like, you know what? It kind of feels like I'm in snow, when I got the wheel crank left, the brakes are on, I'm not going anywhere. And I was like kind of bracing myself to hit the wall. And I'm like, you know what? What's going to happen to me if I just get off the brake pedal here? And I got off the brake pedal on the front end coming around. I had enough bite, and I look over, and I had to be no less than 2 inches away from the wall. So I was super thankful that our season didn't start like that. Hated to see it for the other guys, but yeah, it was a crazy start to the season.
There's only a couple of things that I could say I've seen something like that before. Flamborough had one a couple years ago during the COVID period where the super stocks were racing, and I want to say an axle fell out and there was rear end grease all over the track, and they didn't see, the leaders didn't see it, and there was Andy Camrath ended up getting kind of his bell rung in that one, and they all kind of wadded up in the corner, and unfortunately it's not like Kool-Aid when it comes out. It's not like bright colors when it's on the racetrack. So I understand people's frustration that a caution wasn't thrown right away, or this wasn't spotted, or this or that, or this or that. But on the racetrack, can you guys see if there is fluid on a racetrack quite clearly, or is it kind of depends on the circumstances?
I think it depends on the circumstances, and the only reason I say that is because I know the position that I was in when I come up on it. So
Okay.
when I come down the backstretch, I seen a little puff of smoke in 3 and 4, and immediately thought, "Oh, someone spun around," And but you're so focused. I was so focused on trying to be with Connor on the entry and where I need to be, because obviously I want to be the leader. So I'm focused on him. And from my point of view, I seen Connor's rear end just twitch a little bit, and I thought, "Uh-oh, this ain't good." And then he just kind of started sliding. At that point, I got off the throttle. I was on the brake, and I knew instantly that I was in the oil, because obviously it just takes you. You're on racing slicks. You're just carrying so much speed down that backstretch into the corners. So ultimately, I mean, yeah, it sucked to see so many beautiful race cars get tore up. No one likes to see that, even on their worst enemy, to be honest with you. You work so hard to get these things out there and put on a good show for the fans, and to see guys have to walk away 3 laps into their season like that, I mean, it sucks for everyone.
As long as it doesn't take out. I mean, at Shea, I don't believe they're gonna have an issue. I think Brady is okay as well. At least, I mean, I don't know about Connor, but I know he was probably the most devastated because he was leading at the time, right? And then that just sucks. And he's, as he said, he has a brand new car, and 3 laps in, and it's toast, right? And honestly, we feel it even this weekend heading into Peterborough's opener, and you've got a ton of new people, a ton of racers, and even just in bone stocks. And I think that's what having a show like this has opened up for both Graydon and I is a realization. I hate to say that as a fan, we liked crashes. I think that was one of the attractions to racing, especially when I was a kid. It was cool. NASCAR crashes? Oh, I used to watch compilations of those all the time. When you start to get to know racers and you realize how friggin' expensive it is, how much work goes into it, all of a sudden now all you pray for is a clean race. And it seems like it gets harder and harder every year to maintain that. After a big pileup like that, you guys had a fantastic race. There was no contact. It was pretty well clean the entire time. So unfortunately, like it is, just sometimes there are freak accidents. I hope everybody at Peterborough is on their best behavior this weekend. We don't need wrecked race cars 1 week into the year. For yourself, you're going into this as a champion from last year. I mean, could you start the season any better with the win? Now you just got to maintain it for the rest of the season. I'd say it's the most stacked field that we've seen in quite some time, though. How are you going to be able to keep that 30 car? Because he would look damn good. He looked like he'd been there before. That Brandon Watson kid's pretty good at this deal.
Man, yeah, Brandon's. I think you'd be lying if you said he had no talent. It comes to him naturally, and he makes it look really good. And whether his car handled good or bad, you wouldn't know, because Brandon is that good of a wheelman. And run a lot against him. I've won against him. I've lost against him. But I mean, ultimately, for me personally, I want to get some bucket list stuff done. I want to. I want to win at places that I race at. And Delaware was one of those ones this past weekend that we could knock off our list. I mean, my name's on the championship trophy. Everyone loves the championship. But, I mean, I've never won an APC race at Flamborough. So, I've never won an APC race at Peterborough. For me, I think by the end of my career, I want to look back and say, you know what? I had a fighting chance at every place that I raced at, if not one at every place that I raced at. And that's what I want to do. So, yeah, those guys are good. They keep you on your toes. I mean, a Brandon Watson coming back in a Port City car is going to be tough. Obviously, I thought he was going to be a factor. I didn't think first weekend it was going to be like that. But
Yeah.
ultimately was like super happy with the performance that we had. There was things that we could do with our car. Maybe it wasn't running at the front rate off the hop and leading by half a straightaway. Was that by chance or was that by plan? I mean, the car was pretty solid. I could run down, I could save, I could do a lot of things. And I hope I can continue that from race to race. But yeah, I don't know. Saturday's race kind of played in the way that I like to drive, my style, and ultimately I think the best car won. I mean, we turned our fastest lap of the race out of all the field on lap 68, which I thought was pretty incredible to show the speed of the 17. So I was definitely left there really happy.
DJ's got
Settling in and setting sail.
gotta love it. DJ seeing 17 go out and win ahead of him. But you know what? We're looking forward to a full season of this. Josh, you've been one of the very few APC representatives that we've had, and you this I think year 3, and we're so appreciative that you're having us ride alongside you guys once again, and it's an honor. And you started it off with leading the SNS Racing family, our first win at Delaware this year. So it hopefully means that there's going to be a lot more this year, but. Best of luck, and we can't wait to see you back out for the APC series at Flamborough.
Yeah, man, thanks for you two for having me on. Everything that you guys do for the racing community, any publicity or whatever is good for us racers. We're short track guys working every day, and any exposure that we can get for our sponsors, it's pretty special to win that one with Daco being the primary sponsor of the event, with Bob and Daco being on my car. I was super appreciative to get that 2 years in a row with them. But yeah, you know what? The 17 is going to work hard this season, and I hope there's more features to follow. If not, we knocked a bucket list race at a place that I've never won at. I've been close many times, but just could never seal the deal, and we finally did. So just super appreciative of the 17 crew. Everyone that supports us, thank you so much. It means, honestly, the ultimate world to us.
Well, we can't wait.
That's awesome.
We can't wait to see more of it. Josh Stade here on SNS. You can go get your dinner now, man. It's time to eat.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right. See you at the beach, man.
See you, bud.
Oh, it's so cool, man. Honestly, thank you to everybody. Jared Fitzpatrick, Tate O'Leary, Michael Robinson, and, of course, Josh Stade. From all different levels of motorsport tonight. We had dirt racing, mini stocks. We had, obviously, Jared Fitzpatrick, former CASCAR champion, former NASCAR driver, multi-time APC champion, winner of pretty much anything he drives, and then last year's APC champion, Josh Stade. Next week plans, we've got a couple of guys that already have been asking to come on. Corey Whittam from Oshweekend Speedway in the crate sprint division. We'll get him after their first race. Hopefully it goes well for them, and you'll see more of us next week here on SNS, but we're over our time. So before we get going, Graydon Bunn, you have something that we want to make sure we mention because it does affect everybody in the SNS racing.
We are going to wrap this up, but we're going to be quick about this, and there will be a post to follow.
Yes.
But once again, as we've been focusing on speedway and racer safety and preparedness, we've been speaking a lot with and about Ginny Resnell and her RPM First Aid services. And Ginny has put up a custom racer's first aid kit. We can't put a price tag on this. I mean,
well, we could.
We literally can't right now, like in terms of what this is worth. But I mean,
Yes.
in terms of the big picture, this is priceless because this could mean literally the difference between someone being able to respond to a situation and not. We're gonna post pictures and terms, but really all this is gonna be. It's not going to be exclusive to just SNS family. It's not going to be exclusive to just asphalt. If you belt into a race vehicle, this contest is for you because Ginny really wants to award this to anyone that races. That it's something that she really wants someone to have, but hopes you never have to use it. So we're going to post that out. All you're going to have to do is comment in the post, and you will be put in. And then I think in a week or so, in a week's time, we'll get Ginny back on and help us unveil a winner, and we'll get you this custom racer's first aid kit.
And make sure you guys do that. Make sure you come out and do exactly what we just said. Ginny will be a part of the show going forward for a couple of segments and talking about different avenues of it. But again, maybe we'll say you'll comment and put which track or what division you're racing.
Yes,
I think that's probably a good way to go about it because we need to verify that. We have had people. Right. I hate to say it, but we have had people.
Yeah, we don't want any shysters.
Yeah, we have had some shysters before, where people have claimed to be racing somewhere and they weren't actually racing. So, but go on, be sportive, and thank you guys. Share the show. A little bit quiet tonight as we get ready for racing this weekend. Season opener, of course, Oshweekend Speedway. Tomorrow night, G-Force TV, 7:30 start. Also Delaware OSS opener tomorrow. So excited for that. They're going to have a really good car count, hopefully. And then you've got to talk Peterborough Speedway opener. ISMA returns to Flamborough Speedway, first time in 40 years. And then double dose of Full Throttle Motor Speedway. Saturday, Sunday, 2 invitationals, Bone Stock Royal, Battle Royal on the Saturday. We've already got Flamborough champions Matt Young and John Cote are going to go up there, battle in that. And then, of course, they have the Wilson Memorial that's going to take place, a hot rod invitational for some extra cash. That's on Sunday. So lots of racing. Of course, you have Merrittville that's running Monday. So if you want to, you can go and catch some racing live all 3 days and then have a Monday off. It's Celebrate Victoria Day. Cam K, Graydon Bunn, thanks to Glenn Styres Racing, Lakeside Mobile Tire Incorporated, and of course Peterborough Speedway for all of the partnerships for tonight's show. Thanks to all the partners that you've seen rotating on the screen. Thank you, the fans, for turning out tonight. We'll catch you all next week here on Stickers and Scuffs.